I've been diagnosed with a disease called Forester's disease, and when I was diagnosed, I was starting to get pins and needles and pain really bad. So it actually caused me to be made redundant, so to speak, from the employment that I was working in because I couldn't do my job. So I started looking around for something because the medication that the doctors wanted to put me on was just far too strong. I found Aussie Legends Hemp. Uh, I started taking that, and true to the word, like of Peter, kudos to Peter, um, it eliminated my pain pretty well. So I've been taking it ever since. It's not going to cure me, I understand that, but it's managing my pain comfortably. On my bad days, I might take a tablespoon morning and night, but generally I'll take a teaspoon morning and night, and I find that's good. But I'm at the point now where I can cut back to maybe 2 or 3 times a week, morning and night, and still be
Yeah.
comfortable. I believe it's not going to get healed, but if I can manage it the best I can, I've noticed since I've been taking it that I've got more movement in my neck. So holding my head up, that still gives me pins and needles, but nowhere near as what it was. There was one point there where my thumb on my left hand was constantly pins and needles. There was no relief from it. It was just pins and needles. And as soon as I started taking this Aussie Legends hemp, I noticed that started to go away. And to this day, it hasn't come back. It has its dribs and drabs, but it doesn't stick around. Yeah, my sister, she has bipolar. Um, I told her about it, and she's taking it. She's noticed since she's been taking it, she's thinking a lot clearer. I've noticed with her when I am around her, she's less on edge, she's more relaxed, um, and she doesn't get things muddled up like she was. So she's thinking a hell of a lot clearer just being on that hemp oil. My sister-in-law, she has toxoplasmosis in her eye. Now, toxoplasmosis is ordinarily usually a brain disease. When people have this brain disease, they don't usually live past about 6 or 7 years old. But when she was in the womb, it encapsulated in her eyes and it never ever spread out of her eyes. But so she's only got about 10–15% of her eyesight left. But because of this, anything that goes in her eyes were unable to self-clean them, and that would inflame behind her eyes. Now, she's been taking this and she has had no inflammation at all. She's noticed that the coating on her eyeball is doing its job and getting rid of any dust that goes in. Usually she had a flare up of about every 2 to 3 weeks. She's been on this now for about 2.5–3 months and she hasn't had one flare up. Well, my father, he suffered constipation for like 4 months since Christmas and nothing was helping him, and I gave him this hemp oil, and not only is he going regularly now, he is also got no pain in his joints. He's not giving it up for anything. And that's the same with my mum. She's got rheumatoid arthritis and she hasn't felt this good for a long time. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can say. Like, they're not going to try it. You know what I mean? Like, one person I said, oh, it's just a placebo. You know, medical drugs do just as well, you know, and it's all good and well. Like, medical drugs have their place as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to use them and wholly and solely them. I'd rather use something that's natural rather than something that's synthetic. But in saying that, there is some medication out there that does its job and well, but not all medication. So I can't really say anything to those people that want to diss it or anything like that. I've tried giving it to my neighbour. He's got back problems and he won't touch it because of what it's associated with. And I've told him, do his research. There's nothing wrong with it. And he's got it stuck in his mind that no, he's not going to touch it. So the proof is in the pudding as far as I'm concerned, but if people don't want to acknowledge that pudding, well, each to their own. You could almost go as far as saying they welcome you into their house, like that's how well they treat you. Like you've got any questions or whatever, they have no problems whatsoever answering it. Yeah, I'm 100% sold with Aussie Legends Hemp. I'll not go anywhere else.